Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clayton, and I just got out of Hardcore Henry, and if I had to judge what I thought of the film in one gesture, it would be the gesture that you've probably seen in the trailers. But it's better than okay, just let me tell you that. Imagine playing Mirror's Edge mixed with Battlefield, mixed with Jason Bourne, and all of it being done while you're and all of it being done when it's splattered with a trauma amount of blood. That, for 90 minutes, is Hardcore Henry. But let's get to the story. The story, what little there is in Hardcore Henry, is that you see Henry being reassembled by his hot scientist wife, Estelle, played by Haley Bennett. It's unclear exactly how Henry got injured or how he died and was brought back to life, but as a movie-going audience, we all basically decided to just go with it. So before most of the plot can be explained to Henry, aka the audience pretty much, some armed thugs come in, led by a charismatic telepath, who's also an albino, named Akan. And Akan does what most video game villains do. He kills the scientists inside, he sends some more armed men to kidnap your wife, and those armed men leave Henry for dead. That is, until he is met by Sharlto Copley's character, Jimmy, who is basically a parody of NPC characters that you find in a lot of modern games. And Jimmy's role in the story is to give Hardcore Henry the missions for the film. So the rest of the film involves Henry going around Moscow, Russia, through these missions that Jimmy gives him, which include getting some weapons, finding a battery to recharge Henry's supply, and eventually saving his wife and killing the telepath Akan. It's never really explained how Jimmy is able to appear at all these different places throughout the film, and it's never really explained how Akan has telepathic powers. Maybe the prequel comic book has an explanation for that. I never got it because I didn't see the Ultimate Fan Edition that some people saw, but I just decided to go with it. So, right off the bat, it seems like the plot is very simplistic, and it's really just there to generate action sequences. And, yeah, pretty much. The plot is just there to generate action sequences and to keep the audience at high-octane, adrenaline-rushing, testosterone-filled violence mode. That's pretty much what the film is, about 90% of the time. And oh my god, the actual action is so freaking fun to watch. I understand the shaky cam can get to some people, but in my opinion, the shaky cam here really gets the tension going and the blood flowing for the audience. Not to mention that, but also the soundtrack for the film is rather brilliant, as there's some intense techno pieces when Akan appears and utilizes his powers against you, the audience, aka Henry, as well as anyone else in the room with him. There's tons of rockin' music when Henry's just blasting people away with assault rifles, shotguns, handguns, or just punching people down with his cybernetic limbs. And, as you've probably seen in the trailers, they do play Don't Stop Me Now from Queen. And when it's used in the film, I felt it was the most fitting use of that song that I've seen since Shaun of the Dead. I am not freaking kidding. Now, the characters themselves are fairly one note, just like an early 2000s video game, or an early 90s game, I should say, like Duke Nukem or Doom. But if you watch the entire film, you'll see how brilliantly they parody and also just pay homage to video game characters that we know, especially Sharlto Copley's character, Jimmy. His character constantly reappears throughout the film in different clothing and usually with a different personality, despite the fact that his character gets killed off over and over and over again at almost every single scene. And every time he appears, he brings a load of comedy into the film. He even has a musical number where he constantly switches personalities, and to the point where it's an exercise in total ridiculousness, and the director, Eli Schuler, made sure to treat it as that. Akan is a fairly underdeveloped villain, but he's sort of like a cartoon villain. He's very charismatic, he's very funny at times, he's very juvenile at other times, and the twist that he gives at the end of the story, I will not spoil, but it really does make him seem like the ultimate bad guy final boss that a lot of games have these days. And Estelle by Haley Bennett, initially she seems like your everyday damsel in distress. And for most of the film, yeah, she kind of is. But her acting is actually very well done. And she's also involved in a certain twist at the end. Here's the thing, I never spoil twists when it comes to my reviews, and this one's no exception. But most of the story hinges on the twist. So let's just say it takes the knowledge that you as a gamer might have from 90s level shooters, and it throws it out the window in place of something that sort of deconstructs and parodies the whole concept of the genre while still being kick-ass. So, this film's story is pretty flimsy, and the writing's fairly juvenile, but it's all done for the sake of having a good time. So I give Hardcore Henry an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I would give it this, and this, and this, and a yell of, "This is war, baby." Go see it. You will not be disappointed.